We're delighted to have with us for our next segment Bethany Winters, a senior at Liberty High School, who's involved in many activities there, including an effort to register young people to vote. It's part of a project called Inspire West Virginia, and I'm going to let you, Bethany, explain further what that is.
Well, Inspire West Virginia is a nonpartisan organization that encourages civic engagement in young people. We have voter registration drives, we give presentations to educate people on how they can be involved in their communities, and we go to Charleston and work with legislators.
A bunch of students who are a part of this program got to travel to Charleston, as you said. What did that entail? What did you get to do?
Well, we got to meet the new Secretary of State, Mac Warner, and learn about his duties. We got to go to his office. We also had a Kids and Families Day at the Capitol, and we were introduced in the House of Delegates, and we got to tour the Capitol.
How do you go about registering your fellow students to vote? How do you sell them on the concept, which is important, as you have observed?
Well, we tell them it's your civic duty. If you want to have a voice in the world you're going to have, you need to participate. And most people are pretty eager to register. They already want to get themselves out there as citizens.
Why is it important for you to take the captain's role in this effort at Liberty High?
Well, because this is something I personally care about. I think it's very important to be engaged in your community. Your politicians are not your boss, they're your employees, and so you need to make sure that the world becomes one you want to live in.
A great reminder to residents and citizens that, yes, the politicians can't do it all, shouldn't do it all.
Yeah.
We need active people from the community to help provide direction, because the elected officials, in fact, do work for the voters.
Yes.
And primarily the voters, the people that actually participate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in registering students at Liberty High School, how high a percentage did you get? Because I heard there's actually an award if you get up to 100%.
Mm-hmm. Right now, we have at least an 80% of our senior class registered. There's only a few people who maybe we haven't seen at our voter registration drives, but our goal is to get 100% of our class registered. And then, if we do that, the Secretary of State and Inspire West Virginia will present us with the Jennings-Randolph Award, and that, of course, is named after Jennings Randolph, who got 18-year-olds the right to vote.
That's right. Right. So, what do you get to do as Secretary of State today, or do you even know at this point?
Well, we're going to...
And it won't be just you, I guess. It'll be multiple students, is that correct?
It'll be one student on each day.
Oh, okay, it will be a day just for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To do what?
Well, I'll go down to Charleston and meet with the Secretary of State, tour his office, and I don't know, I think I'll have a more in-depth look at what that office does than the typical person could. And I'll get to tour the Capitol and schedule some meetings with legislators.
Inspire West Virginia is obviously more than just registering students to vote. It's trying to educate young people that they have a responsibility when they're young and as adults to get involved, to be engaged in a civic fashion. What are some other things that you hope to do down the road to be a responsible, civically engaged person?
Well, I hope to... One thing I want everyone to know is that they can contact their legislators at any time, and they're actually required to log the information you tell them so they know what people care about. And we also encourage people to participate in the community, join clubs, go to city council meetings, and make sure that you just let people know what you care about.
I get the impression you're involved in more than just Inspire West Virginia. What else do you do at Liberty High?
Oh, man.
Besides study hard.
National Honor Society, academic team, theater, student council.
West Virginia has a $500 million budget deficit. Are you familiar with this?
I am.
I'm gonna see if you can help us fix it.
Oh gosh.
A proposed tax on soda and sugary drinks.
I was just talking about this.
Yes or no?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think yes.
Yes would be a good answer. How about a cigarette tax? It's gone up a good bit in past years. We're talking about perhaps another 50 cents a pack. Yes
I
or
think
no?
yes.
2% increase for teachers, and there's only one acceptable answer for this.
Yes.
All right. Well, maybe we'll get you down to Charleston to help out with that as well. Okay, so for Bethany, when we're talking with Bethany Winters, a senior at Liberty High School, let's talk about some of your personal goals. What do you have planned for the summer and looking forward toward college, I presume?
Yes. Well, during the summer, I want to continue to work in the community and maybe join some more organizations in West Virginia. I also, I'm going to Greece.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's just as a school trip. And then in college, I don't know, I either want to study like political science or sociology and eventually become some sort of activist.
Have you committed to a college?
Not yet.
Okay.
Right now, I think my first choice would be William and Mary.
Okay, great school.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any opportunity to poll? And this is a long shot on my part. Any opportunity to, even if it was not an official poll, but an opportunity to poll students to find out if those that you registered, you said you thought you got to around 80%, if they voted in the last election?
Well,
Did you vote in the last election?
I wasn't old enough.
Okay, you weren't 18 yet, all right.
Well, in the last election, most people in my school were not 18 yet, but those who were,
Okay.
we kept a list and we did phone banking and we called them all on election day to make sure they would vote. So I think most of them did.
So you have other students now, though, that are helping pick up the ball and work
Yes.
to get that last 20% registered to vote?
There are two other students in the Inspire West Virginia program at Liberty, Madison Riley and Sierra Losh, and we all work together to help register people to vote.
You have a teacher advisor?
We do. Her name is Rochelle McKee.
Oh, I almost threw you there. You better come up with the
I didn't know her first name.
Now, what about, we're just about out of time, but tell me about some of the other students you've been able to meet in a trip to the Capitol and just in the general work that you've been doing for Inspire West Virginia.
I've met a lot of great students all over West Virginia. I know one of them goes to Bridgeport. His name's Douglas Sewell, and we're trying to work together to have a civic engagement event in Harrison County with our schools together.